7 million years ago, the Earth was a place of dramatic transformation. Forests that once stretched endlessly were beginning to thin, giving way to open woodlands and grassy savannas. And here, in the heart of Central Africa, a small creature took its first uncertain steps into the story of humanity. This is Sahelanthropus tchadensis, one of the earliest known ancestors of humankind. The world of Sahelanthropus was harsh and unpredictable. Rainfall came and went without warning. Lakes dried up and trees became sparse. To survive, every species had to adapt, and adapt fast. In the heat of the day, the air shimmered above the grass. Huge herds of antelope-like animals grazed near the shrinking waterholes. Predators lurked in the shadows: ancient crocodiles, saber-toothed cats, and massive birds of prey. For Sahelanthropus, survival meant caution, awareness, and courage. At first glance, Sahelanthropus might not seem like much. It stood only about 1 meter tall, roughly the height of a child. Its brain was small, about the size of a modern chimpanzee's barely 350 cubic centimeters. But the clues hidden within its bones tell a revolutionary story. The shape of its skull, the position of the foramen magnum, the hole through which the spinal cord connects to the brain, reveals that Sahelanthropus likely held its head upright. That simple anatomical change hints at something extraordinary: the possibility that it sometimes walked on 2 legs. These early steps, uncertain and awkward, were the first experiments in bipedalism, a defining feature that would set our lineage apart from every other creature on Earth. As the sun climbed high, Sahelanthropus moved carefully between trees and tall grasses. It lived both on the ground and in the lower branches where safety could be found. Its long arms helped it climb quickly to escape danger, while its feet were adapted for both grasping and balance. Food was always a challenge. It ate fruits, leaves, and possibly small insects, whatever the changing environment could offer. When fruit trees were scarce, Sahelanthropus searched the ground for roots and seeds, showing flexibility that would become one of the great strengths of its descendants. At dusk, the forests came alive with the sounds of predators. Loud cries echoed through the twilight. For Sahelanthropus, night meant vulnerability and the need for constant vigilance. It huddled in small groups, perhaps forming early social bonds. These bonds, however simple, may have been the roots of something profoundly human: cooperation. But why walk on 2 legs at all? In an environment that was becoming more open, standing upright had its advantages. It allowed Sahelanthropus to see over tall grasses, to spot predators or food sources from a distance. It freed the hands to carry objects, perhaps even simple tools or food. And in the blazing heat of the African plains, standing upright reduced the body's exposure to the sun, helping it stay cooler. Each hesitant step on 2 legs brought humanity one step closer to the world we know today. From Sahelanthropus would come a long line of evolutionary experiments. Species would rise and fall: Auraran, Ardipithecus, Australopithecus, and eventually Homo habilis. Each generation would refine the art of walking, thinking, and surviving. Though no one can say exactly how Sahelanthropus lived or died, one thing is certain: it was among the first to stand and face the world not as a follower, but as a pioneer. When we walk today, across a room, a forest trail, or a mountain ridge, we are echoing a journey that began millions of years ago, on the warm, dusty plains of Africa. Every step we take carries the memory of those early ancestors who dared to rise. From Sahelanthropus tchadensis to Homo sapiens, the path of evolution is written not just in our bones, but in the way we move through the world. 7 million years ago, the first spark of humanity flickered into being, a fragile creature standing upright beneath an ancient sun, beginning the long and extraordinary story of us all.